Gini Graham Scott with the very next new thing. It's a program that looks at new developments in technology, science, and society that will be changing our life. Today, my guest is Vic Kley, who has developed a new invention that will be basically changing the way we communicate and move around in society. So, Vic, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you developed the Terraspan?
I was very fortunate. Today is April 22nd, Earth Day, and I was able to be part of the original team that formed Earth Day. We were concerned very much with energy, the effect of transportation on the countryside, and its consumption by roads of farmland, and of course the impact on the air and the climate. These are all deep concerns, and a number of us continue to think about it after Earth Day 1970. And over the years, a small group of volunteers has put together some ideas which we call Terraspan. Terraspan, which you can look at terraspan.org on the net, is a volunteer organization, a nonprofit, building the detailed plans for the creation of this 21st century transportation and power distribution system.
How does it work exactly?
Basically, Terraspan is a very large, like a ferry-sized carriage or coach that, in a train-like fashion, travels through a tube that has been evacuated. There's no air in the tube, and it floats on a magnetic field. It's called magnetic levitation. It travels through the tube, accelerating it up to speeds like 5,000 miles an hour. To get across the United States takes about 1 hour.
Would this be something that people would use, or would it be more for transporting freight, or for both?
It's for both. It's definitely for both. The carrying capacity of the system is very high. Many, many people can travel. But it is a long-haul system. It's meant to replace transit from coast to coast, long ranges from north to south, where its unusual speed and capabilities make it particularly powerful.
What kind of reactions have you gotten to this project from companies or politicians or other people you've approached?
Well, we've mainly talked to common people and to other scientists and technical people about it. Mm-hmm. And the reception from scientists and technical people has been very good. From common people, it's really concern about, is it possible for humans to endure 5,000 miles an hour? How horrible is that, and what will it do to you? And so we try to deal with that and explain that when you fly from coast to coast, you're flying at 500 miles an hour, but you don't feel like you're moving very much. At most, when you can hear the wind whip by the plane, you get a sense of motion, but you don't know how fast you're going. In Terraspan, it will be even quieter than any transport presently available, except other maglev trains.
I see.
And you won't have much sense of motion. The amount of acceleration is very small, about the same as the acceleration you get when you step on that moving sidewalk at the airport. Very little acceleration, kind of constant for a while, then constant deceleration. Again, at very, very modest amounts.
Yeah, I think what people might be thinking of is these images of rockets going off in space and scientists floating around in the chambers.
Right. There's no floating. and you know, it's not going to be operated at a speed that at which it can leave the Earth.
How will it change us?
Well, in order to have Terraspan, say, go through the Bering Straits and then connect all of Asia and Europe together with, we would hope, North and South America, it requires a significant political stability. And there needs to be cooperation between these countries. And anything that improves trade and makes us cross-dependent, I believe, helps to create long-term peace. And anything that increases productivity, and Terraspan will definitely do that, increases the net wealth of the world.
Now, you mentioned inventions, and you've done a lot of other inventions. What are some of the other things you've invented?
First of all, there's more than me involved in inventing Terraspan.
I see.
But I have been involved with things like the touchpad, which I think most of us know about from our phones, and the iPhone where you touch it. I invented that in 1976.
Oh.
And I've been developing nanotechnology things, including a method in 1996 to repair next generation semiconductor parts, which kind of opened the door for the present generations of microprocessors. Thank you.
Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to say?
Well, you know, I would hope that the people who are viewing this would consider helping Terraspan by going to the website. That's at www.terraspan.org.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being with us. And you've been watching the Very Next New Thing with Gini Graham Scott, and this is Vic Kley, which we've been talking about the Terraspan. So join us again next time.